Makes no difference what you're going through. You're gonna make it. God's gonna see you through. Hold your head up. Put a smile on your face. This is another test. It won't last always. So get ready. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. Get ready. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. I know you've been hurting down inside. Let me encourage you, it's gonna be alright. Troubles and trials come to make you strong. Keep on believing, you keep holding on. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. Get ready for your blessing.
Good morning. Sir Markadoo here with Sir Media Group, where we put your business in the street. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things should be added unto you. Oh boy, we're back. Defeating domestic. That's right, slavery. This is going to be a hot topic this morning, folks. We were dealing with the youth every day. We deal with the youth. This is very, very important for your children. So make sure you take this real serious, because we're going to be able to, at least in our own world, defeat domestic slavery. And it's going to be on and popping. There's one thing that I truly know that is almost impossible to defeat totally in everybody's life. The domestic slavery is not for everybody. It's not for everybody. It's just the way it is. You have to educate the people around you, the ones you love. It is not for everybody. This is really not for the masses. This is for the classes. This topic is really for people that have a clear understanding of what it is to be domestically free from bondage. Okay? Now, let's get there. I have a 14-year-old, and I'm talking just the men in my family. I'm really talking about the girls too. 14 and 30. That's the range. Got 2 daughters in there as well, right? But it's weird, right? I touch the 14 and the 30 all the time, and I tell them all the time, every single day, I let them know, you got to have your own. They have to have it. And I beat it into them. And especially my youngest kid, my oldest son, he basically has it down pat to know that I didn't do all of this just for myself. This was designed to make sure that they are free. And I know for a fact, I said, if you don't want to put up with people's stuff, you got to have your own. This is what we have to educate our children on. Stop the madness. You are in business. You must, with everything that you got in your body, your mind, and your soul, to educate them. Let them know this is the ticket. This ticket you want to swipe. You got to have this. Freedom is in being directly involved in your own financial wealth. You gotta teach it. My 14-year-old, I be dealing with him, and I said, boy, you got to have your own. If you think you want to do things like that, or you want to sleep and rest, I said, because you will get fired in a heartbeat the way you are right now. And you know, kids, they grow and they learn. But I'm talking about the youth. I'm talking about even up to your 30, your 31, 32-year-oldest. They are still flexible enough to understand that you have to have your own. Now, I look at my brothers and sisters that work for other people, which is, we got to have teachers, we got to have preachers, we got to have them. It's part of the makeup. These people, we got to have these people, doctors, lawyers, right? Thank God for them. I'm not saying work is bad. I'm talking about the youth as they grow up and get older. You want to still have that thing where it's yours and that you can control it. You can control it. And, excuse me. This is so important. Make sure that you continue to bless your children with words of power, right? Hold on, please. Call you on the air.
Morning.
Good morning to you, big brother.
Hey, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. Just, feeding, sharing, caring, and that's what this whole premise, is all about. Is just to be able to share with our youth the power that's in being free. Listen, I was talking to a gentleman last night, and I told him personally, and that's what I love about having your own show and your own broadcast, your own money. And I told him that I was going to mention him in my broadcast. He said, what? Don't do that. I said, yeah. I said, see, I told him in his face, I said, people like you. He said, what do you mean? People like me. I said, let me finish. And people like you that stymies our youth. What are you saying? I said, you're sitting here telling me that basically that there's no hope for our children. He was just saying it, and I said, let me tell you something. It's people like you that give hope a bad name. I said, you telling me that through my educating kids, that you cannot get kids to come out. I said, I've done it. I do it now. I said, I help the youth figure out in their mind that they can do it better. And they will do it better if they put their mind and their heart into it.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Now, we were it was like a debate. And then he was talking about, he was sitting there with his book. Now, I'm talking about, this is a 50-something-year-old man now, and he's still, educating himself, which is good. And I was saying, I said, what are you going to do with that? He said, well, I'm going to, I got this youth group that I'm going to be teaching. I said, well, that's fine, but that's like telling a story. You got a story. See, like me, I got a story to tell, and I have product to sell. I said, you got most young cats, they hear you, but they're not really paying attention to you. Because they know that at the end of the day, when you teach them all that stuff in that book, they're not going to be able to make any money with that. And I'm talking about the people that need that now money. And he started to kind of get to grasp what I was saying. He said, well, you kind of need both. I said, yeah, you need to be able to share this knowledge, and you better be able to show them how to put money in their pocket almost immediately. And he started to really pay attention to that. And was that premise. That's your piece. If that brother ever tunes in, that's what I'm talking. This is the punchline to all this, what I'm saying right here.
Oh, man, watch
this, Q.
Every morning, man, you know what you're doing, man.
Q, watch this. I'm going to bring an end game to what I just said.
Mm-hmm.
I challenge you and all my listeners, everybody. If someone is talking negative and they don't know basically what, you challenge them with everything you got. Our youth and our future depends on. I am not going to sit back and let somebody have thinking they're having a decent conversation about the energy that we need to distill into our youth. And I'm not going to challenge. I'm going to smack him around. When I left that conversation, I let him. He felt like there was a hope after that. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm not going to sit there and let somebody be negative in my face and let them get away with it. I don't care who it is. How you feel about that?
Oh, man, I'm right along with you, man. You know, in what I do, man, Q Harbor, man, Project Keep Them Off the Streets, you know, my age bracket and what I'm doing now. You know, I have to fight those forces every day, man, being that I came from the street, but I made that total change as well, man. You know what I'm saying? The 120 loop, you know, a lot of people say 360. I understand the concept, but at the same time, you turn around a full circle, you kind of wind up exactly where you came from.
That's why that 180. That 180 is very important.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? I think we just got to be actually rebooted, man, like a computer, man. You know,
absolutely.
When you just think about the youth with the right now making the money, that's because this is what we've been taught. But like you said, we educate the people and the young kids, man, that are growing up now about, you know, if even someone takes the time to look at the dollar, the American dollar right now, and the value, you know, how it's going down, that money isn't everything, man. Money can only buy you worldly things. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't buy you happiness. It can get you a little education. You understand what I'm saying? But even if you buy all of those things, you would still have to put the work in from the knowledge that you have obtained. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You got to work, and we got to work on like the mentorship program that you and I both do. You know what I'm saying? This is a lifestyle. A lot of people, yeah, they're trained and got degrees in it, but you know, it's like doing anything of your passion. If you're not passionate about it, then I'm quite sure it won't last as long. You know? Absolutely.
You got to be passionate. I told him last night. I said, I am very passionate, and you have to be passionate. When you got some children that's looking towards us, we look at our parents and we look at the older people, and they're angry. They're angry that we're not putting a little bit more energy into what we're doing. This gentleman asked me, he asked me a legitimate question. He said, why you think we like the way we are? And I said, well, a lot of it has to do with who our parents were, right? And it has a lot to do with how we were enslaved. And there's a lot of history, and he started to agree. There's a lot of history in what happened. We were a great nation of people until slavery came along. I keep saying, I wonder what Africa would look like right now if they didn't go in there and destroy Africa the way they did, you know? And in slavery, people don't see, I wanted you to get this in your mind. It affected everything, but there was only a few parts of Africa that was enslaved. The rest of the continent was free. They never was subjected to that, you know? They only took a few pockets of Africa. But what I'm saying is, in essence, is that we all came from somewhere. But this is the deal. Where are we going? That's the point. We have the knowledge, we have the wisdom to get there. But we got to flip the children. I said to children, we're going to have to flip the script. That's it. That's
But
it.
the chain of command for me, and if you think about it, we had you know what I'm saying, double A, you know what I'm saying, African American man. We've been conditioned to think the way we think because of that hellhole. I'm thinking about the TV.
Yes.
You know, it's like you sit in front of the TV, man. It's like sitting in front of a barrel of a gun.
I know
and just
that's
how
right.
powerful that television is.
Yes.
Every picture that's painted, like you just said about Africa, man, the motherland. We are trained and conditioned to think that when we say slavery, people really think the whole continent was enslaved.
Yep.
It was just like little countries or cities inside of Africa. Because a lot of people, we don't really know how big Africa really is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We don't really know how big the landmass really is. So if you look at the commercial, when they show the animals or when they show the feed the hungry, they never show
the millionaires and the billionaires and the people living in luxury.
So we really don't see that. We really don't know that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you say teach to you, really, we just got to teach some of these grown folk the truth.
That's
you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't. We already know that there are way more followers than leaders. And some people just sit back and just listen to what they're told, and they just run with it. But I'm like, the picture that's being painted, that's why I said earlier, we just got to be rebooted. People tune in right now, they're going to be able to get this information and research it themselves. It's not about what somebody tell you. You got to do the research and put it on a scale and search it. You know, it says, the seeking you shall find.
Yes, yes. You know, it's interesting that, you know, it's weird in a sense because we are fighting for something. Because, like I said, we're at war. Teacher, like yes, the topic was teach your youth, you know, to participate in war, get them prepared for war, and it's weird because it's like, God, are you really using me? Are you really using Q? Are you really using Keith? Are you really using Cliff? I was talking to Cliff yesterday, one of my associates down in Louisiana. That brother is so on fire right now and helping the youth and helping these young kids. When I talk to him and I talk to Keith and I talk to you, I'm almost in awe that God is using us and that this hasn't been really an active push. I'm not saying other people are not trying to do stuff. It's like we are so splintered. We are so vastly separated from one another. It's incredible. But for myself, see, I believe in going international. This is a national crisis, ladies and gentlemen. A national crisis. If we don't fix, we got to fix. We have to fight harder to bless our children. We have to. I'm telling you, Q, your kids, all they need, one of the things they really need to know about is owning their own business. You got to get them there. And these kids, they're in college, it's like they have no clue that they need to have their own business. It's crazy the knowledge that we need, the information that we need. All that book knowledge, we need that book knowledge to understand one thing. It's not for you to get a job. It's for you to increase our communities to be more business. We need more young businesses in our community.
But we see right here. We tell the truth, right? We always gonna keep it 1,000, right?
Yep,
so
1,000.
It's exactly what you said, man. You know, it boils back down to the public school system, man. Mm-hmm. That system, and people don't understand. You got to look up the word system. Yep. See, all these things that we're under, man, is strategically planned.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? These this stuff was planned out to the T.
Yes, sir.
And it's still working today because, you know, divide and conquer, what you just spoke about,
yep.
The region and things like that. It's divide and conquer. We know in school, man, that, you know, everything wasn't totally the truth. It's sad that we had to become adults and to reach back and be like, you know what, that wasn't right. We understand that Christopher Columbus didn't discover America, but they didn't change it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
teaches you, like they always say, go to school, get a diploma, find you a good job. Nobody speaks about owning your own business.
No, I never heard that in school. I never heard it. I never heard that.
I never heard it either. And I ask people today, I say, why you don't have your own? People see my resume, it's funny because I started so many different businesses, companies. Now I have tried to keep them on street because I know that. And I only try to tell people, like, no, if I can do it, I know you can. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of funny to try to pull people up, but I'm just refusing to drag and just, you know what I'm saying, give shit and stuff like that. I'm not gonna do that because what you're doing right now, this open airway, people need to be on this line calling in and just really.
Yeah, I'm gonna open it up. 404. I know when you cast one, call in right now. We still got 8-9 minutes. Call in right now. 404-286-6700. 404-286-6700. This is why I went to a 30-minute format. It's going to be very powerful. It's going to be direct. We don't have to drag it out. We got to get on and get off. And I did it for a strategic reason, because our attention span is so short that we need to have less time. But it's 30-minute pops, 30-minute pops. I'm going to tell you, folks, I'm going to tell you something. To listen to the average adult and how they handle the youth is mind-boggling. I mean, mind-boggling. But to be able to change and adjust everything. Excuse me. Hold up, brother. Calling on the air.
What's up, sir?
Hey, what's going on, big money? Hold on 1 second. I'm going to chime you in. Conference you in here.
All right, no problem.
Hey, Q.
Yes, sir.
That's my man, Roosevelt.
Good morning, Roosevelt. Good morning, brother. How's everything going?
Great.
Hey, man, I have no complaints, man. How about yourself? Super, man.
That's good. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, chime in real quick, man. What's on your mind, Roosevelt?
I was looking at a movie Sunday called The Butler. If you haven't seen The Butler, everybody need to go see that for real. Domestic slavery is not only a slave mentality, it's a defeated purpose for you to continue long generations and generations of thinking like that.
Lord have mercy.
And you know, when I seen the movie, I was like, okay, this is something I want to see. You know, I want to understand the Butler situation, and it comes from that part of the Butler came from slavery to the White House.
Mm-hmm.
You were groomed to be the house in. I'm not gonna say the word.
The house nigga. It's all right, nigga. I mean, it's a tool, really. It's not really a person.
You know, you was groomed to that, and if you was the best one, you went from the butler in the hotels, the butlers in private rich houses, and then you got uniforms to go to the White House, the big house. They said. So, you know, it's kind of plantation mentality that most people in our African American community have, and they have the same mentality right now as a business owner.
Yes, come on now.
They must work for someone else.
Yes.
I have to get that job. I have to get that regular paycheck.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. Let me briefly tell you. It's some days I don't have nothing but $10 in my pocket, but I love feeding myself.
Lord,
I even put myself on a purpose.
Nice.
If it's $10, that you can be making $100.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
If it's $20, let me see, can I make $400?
Legally, morally, and ethically.
And then you know that you have that purpose to drive your economy.
Lord Jesus.
And they taken away from our families. the young people don't realize that there's a husband and wife should be in the household. They're taking away from the education of our children. So they're going to demoralize us, and when we got the best brains in America.
Yes.
But the thing is, do you want to see yourself like that?
Yes.
Do you want to see yourself continue to get demanded down?
You know, I like that. I'm going to stop right there. That's the great point. This is why, see, your son, Roosevelt, is in the best position that he could ever be in. He has a father that loves business. See? And that's where we got to get to. We got to get to the point where our children we're changing the game, folks. When you got a child growing up in your household and you're showing them business, you're teaching them business, and you're exposing them to other people that know business, they cannot, the odds of them failing is slim. And guess what? The odds of their children being entrepreneurs is going to be off the chain. Off the Richter. Yes, sir. Off the Richter scale. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
no, go ahead.
I was even reading, man, when I'm doing my research as well, man, and when you talk about business, it's so imperative, man, that we study history, because as I was reading the making and the formation of the United States, it reads that this country was built for business. It wasn't even intended for us to be where we at now.
Woo.
It wasn't really intended for that. You see, Abraham Lincoln came along, and then some things had changed because of, you know what I'm saying, the war and stuff like that. But initially, America, United States, it was built for the purpose of business, trading, commercial trading and stuff like that, man. It wasn't really for people to be living like this. This is what we fail to realize, that things can really change dramatically, man. We don't follow the law. We don't study. We don't look at this. So we're worried about, getting traveling around the world, but we're not looking into the visa card. See, this stuff that comes with this visa, when these people come over here, they are enslaved, man. That's domestic slavery, man. And it's here. It never went nowhere, but we have become to believe that, man, nobody gonna be no slave. Nobody ain't slaving people. But, man, little do we know, man, these nail salons, these restaurants, these people are being in bondage, man, right in our face, and we just don't know it.
It's crazy.
I know sir got 3 minutes, but I'm gonna make it.
No, I'm gonna extend the show today. I mean, we're talking now. We got it now.
70 years ago, 90% of Americans and about 80% of African Americans own their own business. Did you know that?
No. Say those numbers again.
Okay, so
say those numbers again, Roosevelt. Say those numbers again.
We have no other choice.
Roosevelt, say those numbers again. Give me those statistics again, please.
90% of Americans, almost 70 years ago, own their own business.
Wow.
And 80% of African Americans own their own business.
Lord have mercy.
And 80%, that means we ain't talking about domestic. People working in the household, cleaning floors and everything. We talking about 80% African American men own their own business.
What happened? What happened with that? What happened?
Well, what happened is segregation. So the reverse changed in both fields. Now, 90% people work for corporate America, and 10% work for themselves.
Now, why did that happen? Desegregation?
And 80% of African Americans don't run their own company.
Now, why did that happen? Because of desegregation?
Desegregation, the reality is that we could pay you more for what you're doing, and guess what?
Hold that thought. Hey, Brother Q, I gotta let you go, but please chime back in, okay? Give them. Hey, I love you, man. God bless you.
Hey, love you guys, man. Keep up the good work.
Peace and love. Caller, you on the air?
I just want to try to give me about 30 seconds, good brother. Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning. Hold on. We're going to keep this going. Hold on. Hey, Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Keith. Keith, that's Roosevelt.
What's up, brother? Not much.
Now, we're going to extend the show today. Roosevelt, finish what you were saying.
Like I said, 90% of people work for corporations right now. 90%. And that's a sad number.
Wow.
And 10% work for themselves. Now the reversal has happened. 80% African Americans work for someone else, and only 10% work for themselves.
Now,
that's a sad number, isn't it?
Yeah, that's sad. But you know what? But that's the facts. And those numbers represent something to me. And you know what they mean to me? That means we got plenty of people that we can help start their own business.
Absolutely.
We don't have no shortage. We don't have no shortage. So I don't want to hear it, brothers and sisters. What I'm telling you is begin to educate our youth how to get that paper. And the more we do it, the more in real time, if we can get that back up to about 30 to 40% before I die, I love y'all, man, because it's going to... And listen, I don't believe, in my heart of hearts, I don't believe that there's a real conspiracy. I think corporate America did whatever they did. We fell into whatever that thing was, and that was that. I don't think it was a conspiracy. Hey, then if that was a conspiracy, then guess what? I believe that I'm starting a conspiracy. I believe that if we work together, that we can get more people into their own business, then let's start our own conspiracy.
Absolutely. But tell me this, sir. 2 months ago, and this is going to be a fact. You know, if you felt it or noticed it, anything like that. But when the government said that we are not going to pay you the income taxes to the end of the February, the change of the contract was so dramatic.
Ooh.
It was puzzling, even for the entrepreneur. Now, the thing is, I had got so many recruits in January, February, March, April of last year that I couldn't even keep up my own self.
Lord have mercy.
This year, the recruits that went down like they done lost their mind. Everything is defeating them.
Yes.
And the ones who continue to come back is the ones that have come back.
Yes.
And the ones who have re-educated themselves is the ones I have re-educated through blogs,
there you go.
videos,
come on,
information,
yes.
Instagram, young minds.
Yes.
But the people who believe that they should work for McDonald's and make $7 an hour, there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
But the thing is, but you're making $4 an hour.
Let me tell you what's wrong. Let me tell you what's wrong with that. I believe that we need to work harder to make sure we get those people off them jobs. There's going to be people that's then somebody has to run the counter. Somebody got to put the French fries down. Somebody's got to flip those hamburgers, right? But there's some brains, some minds in those places. They're pretty sharp people.
Absolutely.
Let's get them out of there. I challenge anybody and everybody to begin to teach a system. Now, Q was talking about the system, right? We got systems too. I got a recruiting system that's fail-proof. It's just that way. I walk up to a customer, I have my electronic name tag on, they come up to me and say, ooh, and I pass them a business card. In most cases, I spray it and give it to them. They smell it and say, ooh. I said, okay, do you know anybody that want to make some extra cash? Come on now.
And that's what I do. I have my name tag, my electronic name tag. I've been having an electronic name tag for about 3 years. And when I wear it, and I have a bunch of cards, I do it for the appeal to get them attention. Do you know? I tell you this much, and this is so puzzling to me, and it bugs me.
Uh-huh.
But guess what? I'm
What?
gonna keep on going forward. That out of the time I wore, only 2 people, and that's 2 people
Uh-huh.
who wanted to
Yes.
buy the name tag.
Then guess what?
Because they didn't want to pay the price. And now they know that. That's what I don't want you on my business. I don't want you in the business.
Guess what?
Because you don't want to pay the price.
Guess what? Then we have to change the system. Adjust it, not change it. We just got to adjust because it's demanded for us to do it. We got to make sure that we alter our pitch, right? We got to alter the pitch just enough because even you, my friend, even you have changed, adjusted your pitch. Tell me what? Tell me this. How many private labeling customers do you have now? Or going to get?
I have about 3.
Okay, that's 3.
3 ain't worth.
Okay, wait a minute.
But I,
Wait a minute. Now, how many of those 3? How many of those people have done that over the last 3 months?
3.
You know why? Because you altered the system. And guess what? Right? Absolutely. And when you now, see, that's cool. I love what's being dialogue here. But the key is never, ever give up. And you know what works. Then we need to start private labeling for the youth and get some young folk. Just like I got my little 6-year-old distributor because I private label for him. All my little 17-year-olds, I label for them, I private label for them. All my little 25-year-olds I got in Ohio, Indiana, I private label for them.
Mm-hmm.
I change the game.
Absolutely.
Okay? And that's what I commission you. I commission you to stay as positive as you can, be more hungry than you ever been before, and attack the market. Attack it. Attack it with private labeling. They never seen this in the history of America. They never seen it like this. I am a private labeling junkie.
Well, you know you're right. But you know something?
What?
And that's the reason. That's why I'm writing. As of right now, I'm writing my new book, Young Business Hustler Owners.
Yes.
Because young people need to figure this out, and I'm practically giving it away soon.
Yes.
If you can't afford $2 for a book of education,
Yeah, they can, and they will.
you don't need it.
Listen to me carefully. We're going to get other people, if they can afford it, then we're going to make sure that other people paid for it. Understood? Somebody else gave you the money to give to that young cat. And you said, come here. But the order for you to get this book, you have to do a task for me. Right? All you have to do is call one person for me right now that would be interested in this book. And you get them to give you a name or a number or email so that you can attack somebody else. Because it's not always that person. It's the people behind that person, the string of people that's behind that person. You never give up. We're never going to give up on our little brothers and sisters. Never.
We can't.
This is why I do this. I do this for free. Because in the spirit that somebody is going to invest by sharing these videos to young troopers all around America, sooner or later, that following It's going to follow Roosevelt, going to follow Keith, Q, Cliff, and all the number, Renee, all the numbers of people, Beverly's, they're going to follow these people. And before you know it, we're going to flip the script. It's going to be upside down now. It's going to be 80% of black America going to have businesses again. And guess what? Wait a minute. Guess what? It's going to help our white brothers, our Korean brothers and sisters. It's going to help the other nations of people. We're not doing it to gain control of the white man. We're doing it to gain control of ourselves. Can I get a witness? Keith, can you tell me something? Keith.
Yes, sir.
Tell me something. What am I saying here?
Man, y'all rolling right now, brother. You know what I'm saying? Y'all rolling with that thing. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you got to sit back and just take everything in. But I know one thing, right? And I love the fact that you're adamant about having a positive mental attitude.
You better.
And that's the only way that you can win. That's the only way that you can win.
Let me tell you something.
In college, like the coaches always say that. You got to have a positive mental attitude.
Let me tell you something. That's the only way that God is going to get the glory. This is the only way that our children recognize the real players.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. When you got a defeated mentality, the kids pick up on that.
They do. Absolutely. Absolutely. And look, how about this one right here? I want to say this right here, but I'm going to let you come back in.
No problem. Go ahead.
But what we have to understand, right, is that we are farmers right now. And if you've ever grown anything, if you've ever farmed,
come on now,
you understand, like, that you got to go and prepare the land first before you plant the seeds.
Come on now.
See, you got to go do all this work and then wait to harvest.
You still got to till the land. You still got to till it.
This is no different than the people working on the job. See? And guess what? You got some jobs where you got to wait for 3 weeks before you see your first check. See?
Hey.
This ain't a difference, bro.
I got to chime in on that because you said it, farmer. Can you imagine that a farmer begins to have a defeated mentality?
He won't be farming, I tell you that.
I love that, man.
He won't be farming.
He won't be farming.
So see, farming is the epitome, right? It is the flagship example of the non-faith that they speak of in the word.
Oh, I'm gonna be using this like you don't even know nobody's business.
Yeah.
I'm using that analogy. I got it. We extended this broadcast today just for me to hear that. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what are you doing? Are you farming? Because if you're not farming, you won't eat. You won't eat. I guarantee you that. If you're not farming for success, you ain't farming to get new recruits, you ain't farming to help nobody, then you won't eat.
And you know that too.
And know one thing, right? Know one thing, just like Brother Q was saying earlier, right? That everything that we're witnessing right now is by plan.
Mm-hmm.
It's by design. So I'm ready with you, brother, man, because you like, wait, we got a new plan
and a new design.
And we got a new design.
It's called recruiting, baby. It's called recruiting. Hey, Q, if you're still listening, come on, chime back in, man. We need to hear from you. Q, come on in. 404-286-6700. If Q can't chime in, somebody else get in there. I gotta have some more energy. Pump me up.
You know, it's odd that you know, I think the possibility for us uniting in the business, most business owners don't understand that they have to have a campaign.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a campaign to win.
Yes.
To do your business. Yeah, business is not meant to be a simple task. But when you get laid off after 30 years, all your hard work in a simple task wasn't meant to be a simple task.
I agree.
Their energy is going to tell you that, hey, it's over.
Yeah, no, but you're not worth it anymore. They don't have no love for you. And that's why this is why I educate my children like that. I said, I told Mark one time, I said, if we failed at this, which we're not, I said, what would you do? Where would you go from here? He said, I don't know. And that is the point. If we educate our children never to be defeated, own your own stuff, then you don't have to worry about ever getting laid off or fired, right? The thing that I want you to make sure you understand, Roosevelt, is that the 3 people that you're doing private labeling for, and you got them got them this year, and it was because of a plan. If they had a plan for us, I have a plan for you all, for us. You feel me? My plan for you was you to start getting private labeling. Now the plan is make sure you start private labeling for the youth. Find you some youth that you can help them, show them how to not be fired, that this is their life, this is their product line, and the thing that I want to emphasize is that once you private label them for the burning oil and the air freshener, don't stop there. Get them into the lotions, get them into the bubble baths, get them into the body oils. This is how we win. You give them a line of products that they cannot fill. And make sure, in most cases, it's a consumable product.
Mm-hmm.
Now you change the game.
Absolutely.
And there's no way, we can't lose. There's no way we're going to lose this battle. And we surely ain't going to lose the war.
Right, absolutely. Earlier this year, when you started the show, I was pushing our brand, the Just Smell So Good brand. And I realized something. I said, well, I need to change the game. And, I said, I probably need to go ahead and start, not lay off my brand, but push their product brand. It makes a lot of sense when I heard you. You always told me about it, but I said I had to push my name out there first. But now, since my name is out there pretty good, it's time to push everybody.
Yeah,
brand, because I'm a branding machine.
Yes, Lord, you sure are.
So, since I'm a branding machine, let me go do this right now. But I had a few things I had to get done first.
Hey, Rosa.
I appreciate you, bro.
Rosa, I appreciate you too. Watch this. I'm going to show you how powerful what you just said, how powerful it is. How powerful what you just said, how powerful it is. I had a sister in my warehouse yesterday, and she was talking about the brand, and then she said, I did some wholesaling, and I just, a couple of people got on, they got off. I said, you never came back to speak to me again about business. She said, well, you taught me everything about the branding, the marketing, and all that. I said, but you never really learned about mass distribution. And I looked at her and I said, if you was to make $500,000 selling other people's brands or creating brands for them, I said, would you care if you had your brand out there? Would you even care? She said, no. I said, that's the point. That's the point. If you teach other people, you help brand other people, you're going to eat anyways your products. Did that make sense, Brother Keith? Keith, did that make sense?
Man, look, absolutely. Napoleon Hill says, if you help enough people get rich, he said you have to get rich along the way. It's impossible for you to not.
You hit it. You hit it. And guess who else?
God puts not. Because you said your network of people who are successful, it would be so filled and so saturated. You hey man, like God said, when God get the pouring stuff in your cup, you won't have enough room to fill it, man.
All you gotta do, well,
enough to catch all the stuff that God's
then drink from the saucer. Then
that's right.
Drink from the overflow.
Drink from the overflow. Overflow. So let me interject this out here, right? Because this is important, right? And this is a little science psychology. We have to be mindful of the thoughts it is that we entertain in our mind.
Ooh.
So like just like they did a little scoop for the brother, you know what I'm saying, on the Coors commercial, right? The brother who was a coach used to be a player. I can't call his name right now, but he said, "You play the game to win."
Ooh, yes.
I'm not doing nothing trying not to lose. In my mind, I'm winning. In my mind, I'm selling. I don't care if 50 people say no. Soon as that one person say yes, hey man, it busts wide open.
That's it.
But you have willing, you have to be diligent to keep pushing until you get to that yes.
You gotta keep farming.
You think about people saying no to you. What that matter because somebody say no?
That's
Look,
great.
this is what I tell my distributors. I say, when you go into the mall, right? When you go into a store in the mall, do you buy everything that you see?
Nope. You sure don't.
Okay, so guess what? People always reserve the right to buy from you or to not buy from you.
That's right.
So don't take it personal, bro. The mall don't take it personal. Look, the mall don't shut down because you don't buy something from them.
You got it. You hit it right there. They don't stop farming. They don't stop farming because it's a drought.
No. You think McDonald's care about a recession? Absolutely not. They keep on pushing them nasty burgers and them nasty fries. Now this year, I'm gonna try. And I know I am. Let's put it like that. Recruit 100 private labels. If 100 private labels, you give me $250,000 a year, $250,000 a year. Hold up, brother. Let me get my pen. Let me get that pen and write that down because see, I like the words that's coming out your mouth right now. You about to do that goal setting around here. See, I like that kind of talk right there. Because I know one thing: 100 people is nothing. That's easy, right? Hey, you can recruit 100 people in 1 week if you really bought it.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
You put the right marketing.
You gotta have the displays. You gotta have your product. You gotta have everything ready for them.
The marketing.
The marketing to get them.
I'm telling you.
And you think like that? You know what I'm saying? Look, we talking to Frank Lucas on the phone right now. I already did 100. 100.
Yeah, he's even talking to Frank and Lucas.
I was saying one more thing. I said we talking to Frank Lucas on the phone right now.
That's right.
That's the plan.
That's it.
My distributors, I said, look, brother. I said you probably not gonna find anybody who's gonna buy us out. So don't hold back.
No,
can't hold back like that. You know, you need I need 100 private labels this year.
Hey, Roosevelt, and Keith, I want you to hear this clear, and I want you to hear it right into your ears, right down deep. Okay, this is a conspiracy, and we're gonna treat it like a conspiracy. When you do a conspiracy, you give it your all. You say, we got to infiltrate, and that's what conspiracy is. And we treat this like a conspiracy. Ladies and gentlemen, This is conspiracy to set up private labeling for everybody that we can touch that would love to get their own product line. I'm starting a new conspiracy. We're starting a new business. I make a commitment that I'm going to recruit 500 more people this year to do private labeling, all by myself.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
Well, you went 500. Well, I better get up there. I better get some.
I can do it. I know me. I'm already started. I'm doing it all the time. I'm getting new labeling all the time.
If you look at it in a positive manner, if you want 50 or 40 a month, do 10 a week.
Easy. That's easy. You put the right information out there. Say start your own company, increase your own wealth with your own product line.
And that's what's going to go down.
Right there on that name tag. Start your own product line. Private labeling. Ask me how.
I'm gonna stand by Walmart. I got about 5,000 flyers. I'm gonna recruit the ones who don't want to be recruited, and the ones who want to be recruited, I'm gonna help them as much as they need.
And guess what? There's a system that always works. Say, if this is not for you, can you please pass this on to somebody that you may know that want to start their own product line? Can you do that for me? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can do that for you. Keep it positive, keep it sweet, keep it kind, and keep it aggressive. Be firm, stay firm, but fair.
What you think about this message? Branding your business with air freshener.
Oh, man. How you like this one? Let me put a brand in your hand.
Brand in your hand. I like that. I'm writing this down right now. Brand in your hand.
That's right, but let me put the brand in your hand. People know what that is. You keep talking branding. Brand. Your own brand. Your own brand. Your own brand. Keep saying it. How would you like to have your own brand? Hey, listen. Hey, our boy Cliff is he said he can ready to attack their whole religious market down there on branding their own churches. Doing fundraisers.
I got one in Tennessee right now working on them.
There it is. You get in there, especially, that's a hard nut to crack. You get into those churches. I got one tomorrow. They're going to have a display going into the meeting tomorrow. One of the biggest churches in Atlanta.
Uh-oh.
And I got a representative going to bring it on in there. They came to me. I didn't call her. She called me. She walked in and said, hey, I want to do some fundraising. I need some private labeling done. Because she knew about me. She heard about me.
And that's all it takes.
That's all it takes. I love you guys. Man, this has been a great broadcast. I didn't think I was going to go the whole road. I didn't think I was going to get it all done today, but y'all kept it good today.
Well, that's good, brother. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, we on a different kind of path.
Yeah.
Mentally.
Yeah.
We want to change a lot of people's lives.
Absolutely.
This year.
Absolutely.
And we want to increase our wealth as we increase their wealth.
There you go. Put a brand in their hand.
Put the brand in their hand. Oh, God. Man, that's good. I'm going to put that. I told you I wrote it down now. I wrote that.
Hey, Keith, what you got to say? What you got to say, Keith? I'm getting ready to get out of here.
All right, brother.
Okay, brother. God bless you. Hey, Keith.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you both.
Yes, sir. Hey, you have a great day. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Okay, man, brother.
Peace and love.
Peace.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all tuning in. We're going to come back here tomorrow with another great subject. And I just love God. I just love what he's doing for our people. I'm talking about all God's people now. I'm not talking about this black thing. I just want to say thank you. God bless you. Make sure you share Get people to follow. Say, here you go. Especially people you know it's not going to affect your bottom line. You got cousins, friends, in-laws, outlaws, people that you care about. Share this videos. Tell them to check me out. Let's get them in here. God bless you and your families. Have a great and prosperous day. Peace and love. God's got a blessing.
God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. Come on. God's got a blessing.